Love English Podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Love English Podcast. We are here to help you learn English for your real life in a simple and natural way. I'm your host, Leo.
And I'm Emma. It's so wonderful to be here with you all. This is a safe space for you to learn, so we will always speak slowly and explain everything. Leo, I am so hungry right now. I just passed a bakery and saw the most amazing looking chocolate cake in the window.
Oh, a chocolate cake. Now I'm hungry too. And that is the perfect start to our topic for today. We are going to talk about one of the best topics in the world, food and cooking.
I love this topic. Everyone connects over food. It's a universal language. But talking about it in English can be hard if you don't know the right words.
Exactly. So today, we will give our listeners all the simple vocabulary they need. Let's start with the most basic question. Emma, what is your favorite food?
That is such a hard question because I love so many foods. But if I have to choose one, I think my favorite food is pizza. I love all the cheese and the different toppings. A topping is any ingredient you put on top of a pizza, like mushrooms or pepperoni.
Pizza is a great choice. It's so popular around the world. My favorite food is probably sushi. I love the fresh fish and the rice. It's so simple but so delicious. Delicious is the best word to use when food tastes really, really good.
What are some other words we can use instead of delicious?
We can say tasty or yummy. Yummy is a little more informal and childlike, but adults use it too when something is especially good. For example, this ice cream is so yummy.
Okay, so we can talk about our favorite foods. We can also talk about our favorite type of food. This is called cuisine. Cuisine is a style of cooking from a particular country or region. For example, pizza is from Italian cuisine.
That's right. So you could ask a friend, what's your favorite cuisine? I would say, I love Japanese cuisine and Mexican cuisine. Mexican food like tacos and burritos is amazing. What about you, Emma?
Besides Italian, I also really love Thai food. It has so many interesting flavors. This brings us to a good point, how to describe the taste of food.
This is essential vocabulary. There are 5 basic tastes. Let's start with sweet. Sweet is the taste of sugar. Things like cake, candy, and fruit are sweet.
And the opposite of sweet is sour. Sour is a sharp taste like a lemon or vinegar. I love sour candy.
Me too. The next taste is salty. This is the taste of salt. Things like potato chips or pretzels are very salty.
Then we have spicy or hot. This is the taste that comes from peppers or chili. It makes your mouth feel hot. I like my food a little spicy, but not too spicy.
And the last basic taste is bitter. This is a strong, sometimes unpleasant taste. Dark chocolate with no sugar is bitter. Black coffee can also be bitter.
Sweet, sour, salty, spicy, and bitter. That's a great list. So you could say, this soup is too salty, or I love the spicy flavor of this curry.
Exactly. Now let's move from talking about food to talking about cooking. Emma, do you like to cook?
That's a great question. I do like to cook, but I'm not a great cook. I'm just okay. I can follow a recipe. A recipe is a set of instructions for how to make a specific dish.
Following a recipe is a great skill. What about you? Are you a good cook?
Well, Leo, do you enjoy cooking?
I enjoy it, but like you, I'm not a professional chef. I'm pretty good at making simple meals like pasta or roasted chicken. My friends say I'm a decent cook. Decent is a good word that means okay or good enough.
I have a friend who is a terrible cook. She always says, I can't even boil water. This is a funny idiom that means someone is a very, very bad cook.
I know some people like that. To cook, you need to know some basic cooking actions. These are the verbs we use in the kitchen. Let's go over some of the most common ones.
Good idea. Let's start with chop. What does chop mean?
To chop means to cut something, like vegetables, into smaller pieces with a knife. For example, The first step in the recipe is to chop the onions and carrots.
Okay, so chop means to cut. What about mix or stir? They seem similar.
They are. To mix is to combine two or more ingredients together. For example, in a bowl, mix the flour and the sugar. To stir is to move a spoon in a circular motion in a pot or a bowl, usually to mix things. For example, stir the soup so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot.
That's a clear difference. Okay, what about boil?
To boil is to heat a liquid, usually water, until it gets very hot and bubbly. You boil water to make pasta or tea. For example, wait for the water to boil before you put the pasta in.
And what about cooking with oil?
That is usually to fry. You fry food in a hot pan with oil or butter. French fries, fried chicken, and fried eggs are all cooked this way.
Okay, so we have chop, mix, stir, boil, and fry. What about cooking things in the oven?
There are two main words for that, bake and roast. We usually use bake for things like bread, cakes, and cookies. For example, I'm going to bake a cake for my sister's birthday.
And roast?
We usually use roast for meats and vegetables. You roast a chicken, you roast potatoes. For example, for dinner tonight, we are having roast chicken with roasted vegetables.
Bake and roast. That's very useful. One more. What about cooking outside in the summer?
That would be to grill. You cook food on a grill over a fire. Hamburgers and hot dogs are often grilled. Let's have a barbecue and grill some burgers this weekend. This is such a great list of cooking verbs. It gives our listeners the basic words they need to read a simple recipe or describe how they cook. Now, let's talk about our eating habits. For example, do you prefer eating at home or eating out?
Eating out means eating at a restaurant. That's a great question. I think I like both. I enjoy cooking at home because it's healthier and cheaper, but I also love eating out because I can try new foods and I don't have to wash the dishes.
I feel the same way. On busy weeknights, I usually cook at home, but on the weekends, I like to go to a restaurant with friends. What about getting food to eat at home, but that you didn't cook?
You mean takeout or delivery? These are very popular options. Takeout or takeaway is when you go to a restaurant, order the food, and take it home to eat.
And delivery is when the restaurant brings the food to your house. You can order it online or on the phone. For example, I'm too tired to cook tonight. Let's just order a pizza for delivery.
Exactly. So we have cooking at home, eating out, getting takeout, or ordering delivery. These are the four main ways we eat.
Now let's do a role play to put all of this together. Let's imagine we are friends trying to decide what to do for dinner tonight.
Okay, you start.
Hey Emma, I'm starting to get hungry. What should we do for dinner tonight?
That's a good question. I'm hungry too. I don't know. What are you in the mood for? What are you in the mood for is a great phrase that means what kind of food do you want to eat right now?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of in the mood for something spicy, maybe some Thai food.
Ooh, I love Thai food. That's a great idea. Should we eat out or should we order delivery?
Well, I'm feeling a little lazy tonight. I'd prefer to just stay home. How about we order delivery?
That works for me. There's a great Thai restaurant near my house. Their green curry is delicious. It's spicy, but also a little sweet.
That sounds perfect. Okay, let's do that. Or wait, I have another idea. I have all the ingredients to make pasta at home. We could cook together. It might be fun. Ingredients are all the food items you need to make a recipe.
Oh, that's a fun idea too. Are you a good cook?
I could make a decent spaghetti bolognese. The recipe's pretty simple. We just need to chop some onions and garlic, fry the meat, and boil the pasta.
You know what? I think that sounds more fun than delivery. I'd love to cook with you. I can help. I'm good at chopping vegetables.
Perfect. It's a plan then. We'll make spaghetti bolognese at home. It will be much more affordable than ordering delivery too. And scene.
That was a great conversation. It showed how we can talk about preferences, suggest ideas, and use all the vocabulary we learned today.
It did. So let's do our final summary. We learned how to talk about our favorite foods and cuisines. We learned the 5 basic tastes: sweet, sour, salty, spicy, and bitter.
We also learned some key cooking verbs like chop, mix, boil, fry, bake, roast, and grill. And we talked about different eating habits like cooking at home, eating out, or ordering takeout.
And most importantly, we learned that talking about food is a fun and easy way to connect with people. It's a topic everyone loves.
We hope this episode helps all of you feel more confident talking about this yummy topic. Thank you for joining us on the Love English podcast. We'll talk to you next time. Happy cooking!
Thanks for listening to Love English Podcast. Remember, every minute you spend learning English is an investment in your future. Keep learning and see you in the next episode.